Hey there, yogis. Today we're working on our gut health. We're going to do some yoga for the digestive system. Whenever we become stressed out, fearful, or anxious, it interrupts our digestion, and you can probably really feel it in your belly when you feel stressed. It becomes difficult to digest food. So this set is all the great yoga tricks to help heal your gut. Let's start with some mindfulness around the belly. Take your hands and place them around your navel point. And use the warmth, heat, and energy of your hands to help release and relax any anxiety or fear that you might have here. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, repeat the word relax. Just repeating it to yourself in your head. Inhale. Exhale, relax. Continue this on your own, resting your belly, allowing it to become soft and supple, open and receptive. Final few breaths, breathing relaxation into our tummies. Fantastic. We're headed into child's pose. This will be our warm-up stretch. If you want to grab an essential oil, you can place a few drops on your hands. And sniff. We're queuing up that relaxation response as we head into extended child's pose. Take your knees wide and your arms forward. As we pause here in meditation for 1 minute, focusing at the brow point and gently stretching the body open. Job. Slowly help yourself to rise as we come up into a tabletop position. We're going to move our spine in cat-cow, starting to stretch our back muscles and our belly muscles. Inhale, lift your head and your seat up, drop your belly down, and then exhale, tuck the belly up, and drop your head and your seat down. Continue this on your own now. Inhale and exhale with the movement. In this practice today, we're paying particular attention to the navel point, sensations in the belly. So now we're going to start to move the spine side to side. So come into a neutral back position and wag your tail to the right and left. Move your head along with this movement. Head and seat go to the left, and then head and seat go to the right. We're using lateral bending to open up those belly muscles. Continuing to work with those big back muscles, we're going to do thread the needle for the upper body. Keep your right hand down and slide your left hand underneath your right arm with your palm facing up. Turn and look to the right. Now switch sides, diving the right arm underneath the left. Turn and look to the left. Help yourself back to a tabletop position. Now bring your knees and your feet together and sit back into your heels. This is called rock pose. If you find rock pose is too difficult, you can sit cross-legged or you can sit on a block. What we'll be doing for the next minute is inhaling and tensing the navel point. Squeeze your belly tight, and then exhaling, releasing and relaxing. Inhale, squeeze the hara. Exhale, release. And continue on your own, squeezing and releasing those belly muscles. Let's do this together for 1 minute. Inhale deeply, hold the breath in the body, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the belly. Add the root lock if you can, pulling in and up on the rectum, sex organ, and navel points to create integrity in the pelvic floor. Keep squeezing. And now go ahead and soften and release. Head into a downward facing dog. And once you get there, pull your navel point in, and if you can, gaze up into the belly. We're in an upside down V shape. Push back into your heels. Spread your fingers and toes. Work on flattening your back. A little bit of a bend in the knees. And if it's possible, look up into your belly. Good job. Now walk your hands and feet towards one another and hang out in an inversion. You're tipped upside down. Grab onto your elbows and shake out any tension in your spine and in your neck. Rock forward and back a few times. And now try twisting side to side. Place your hands just above your knees and lift your spine up halfway, lift your head, and take a few moments to allow the dizziness to stop. Wait for your body to find its balance before you continue on. The next exercise will be to pump the stomach with the breath held out. So we inhale, and then we exhale. We hold the breath out of the body, and then begin to rigorously pump the stomach in and out. I like to take my hand and place it on my belly so I can feel how much action I'm getting with my pumping. We're going to do this 3 times together, taking little rests in between. Inhale. Exhale. And begin to rigorously pump the stomach in and out. Now take a rest. This exercise should not be done when you have a lot of food in your belly. Inhale, exhale, and pump that stomach. Good job. Rest again. We have just one more round. Inhale, exhale, and pump. Good job. When you feel finished, help yourself down into rock pose. Sitting back into the heels once more. Take a few moments and breathe. Meditate. Feel those changes. This position here is really good for your digestion, but it's not always possible if you have knee injuries. So always feel free to go to cross-legged instead. Let's take 3 more cycles of breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. We're going to go to a cross-legged position next. If you find that this is a little bit uncomfortable, you're going to grab a pillow and stick it underneath your seat. And we're going to do breath of fire, both from the mouth and from the nose, to help flush toxins and anxiety. If you have questions about how to properly do breath of fire, there's a video called Mastery of Breathwork, and you'll want to watch that to get all the ins and outs of breath of fire. Place your hands in Gyan Mudra. Start breath of fire from the mouth for 30 seconds, and then we're going to switch to the nose for 30 seconds. And then finally at the end, we'll take a big inhale and squeeze the root lock, hold, and release. So let's try this pranayama together. Breath of fire from the mouth whenever you're ready. Switch to nose. Inhale, nose. Hold the breath in and squeeze the root lock. Keep squeezing. Move that energy towards the heart and then towards the crown of your head. Release and relax. Soften your belly and meditate. All right, we're headed into a seated, one-legged, wide forward fold. This is where I like to use blocks to press into the forehead point. So right leg's gonna come out here, left leg's gonna stay tucked in. Make sure that your spine is nice and long as you begin, stacking ears over shoulders and shoulders over hips. Roll the right thigh inward and find those sits bones. And if you tend to round your back, take some padding underneath your seat. Lean forward when you feel ready and rest your forehead either on your fists or onto the blocks if you are that flexible. We're gonna hold this stretch for 1 minute. Right leg out, left leg in, and holding. Once you arrive in your preferred stretch, you can roll your forehead back and forth and break up any tension at that third eye point. Letting go of overthinking and relaxing into being, into presence, into this moment. Awesome work. Float to rise and switch out legs. Sitting up straight as you breathe in, folding forward as you breathe out. Support your forehead and breathe. Good job. Come to rise. Coming into a cross-legged position. Take a few breaths here. We'll come to Sufi's grind. Grab onto your knees with your hands and begin to circle your belly around. This is where we imagine a bowl in our belly and we're moving that navel point around the bowl. Massaging the digestive system and the internal organs, creating some balance here. And start circling the other direction. Finding a fluid movement, fluid breath. Awesome work. Bring your spine to upright. Inhale. Hold the breath in and squeeze the root lock. Focus. And relax. Bring your knees into your chest and come lie on your back. Apanasana. Great shape for digestion here. You can rock side to side and make some circles with those knees. Stretch your back muscles and take a few moments to become grounded and stable. Now take your hands underneath your lower back and send both your legs into the air, bringing some extra blood into the belly. We take the legs to a 90-degree angle and maybe point and flex the feet a few times. If you have a wall nearby, you can just put your legs up against the wall, and feel free to stay here from 10 to 15 minutes even. Whenever you're ready, you can help yourself into meditation or Shavasana. Be sure to practice the pause after your Hatha Yoga. Hatha Yoga makes it much easier for us to sit in meditation. That's the whole point. So take advantage of this time after you practice your physical yoga to work on your inner world in meditation. Thank you so much for practicing. Namaste.